A pleasant viewing, everyone. This is Naturally Candid News, and I am your reporter, Naturally Candid. In today's news, I will be talking about 10 simple things you can do to clear your debt. After this introduction. Talk truth. I could have been one reporter. Yeah, I think so too. Anyways, we're not gonna talk too long. I'm gonna just give you a little brief synopsis of my history with debt. Now, when I was attending Michael University College, I wasn't grown in a rich family. So of course, I was one of those persons that had to take student loan. However, so student loan is not really a bad thing. It's not a bad thing because it really did help me in my journey. It is just how you clear the loan. It's just really how you clear the loan. So instead of waiting on student loan to take the loan term that they gave to you for you to clear it off, you can speed up the process. And I'll be talking about that in a few minutes. But let me give you an overview of my history. Now, I remember I had to take student loan to study, and it is very unfortunate for some of us that had to take the loan for 4 years, 5 years, some people 6. But I was fortunate enough to have created the mindset. I took the mindset and ran with it when I thought about clearing my expenses. I didn't want to be one of the students who left university and had an amount of debts that I did not have control of to pay back. So I made the decision that I will not take another year of student loan after my second year, and I am glad that I made that decision up until today. So I only had 2 years worth of student loan to pay back, luckily. However, what I'm about to share with you should be able to help you to clear any amount of years debt that you have on your hands. Additionally, I will be creating a course on this, so if you are interested in being a part of this course, please to send me an email and drop your comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe. With that said, these are the 10 simple things to do to clear your debt. First, you need to understand the enemy. There are 4 entities that are working together around the clock to get your money away from you. And once you are aware of these entities, I am sure that you will be spending differently when it comes on to clearing your debt. So the first entity is the media. The next entity is the advertising industry. The other one is the merchants, and the other one is the credit industry. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 entities that are working together to take your money away from you. Remember that. Let me break it down a bit now. Why I say that these 4 entities are working together to take your money away from you, listen how they operate. So the merchants are the one who create the goods and the services, and then the media and the advertising industry are the ones that sell those goods and services to you and I. And then you have the credit industry that come and say, oh, don't worry about it, you don't have the money right now, let me give you the money, let me just give you that money. And then when them give the money now, then give with interest, so you pay more than what you would have paid if you had cash to pay for it. So my thing is, understand the enemy. If you don't need it, don't buy it till your debt clear and you know you have the cash to purchase it. That's why I don't use credit cards. I don't use credit cards because I think that credit cards is just a way to get me in debt. And being a future millionaire, all of us are prospective millionaires, this is the way that society tries to get that money away from us. So we ought to be aware of the enemy so that we don't waste away our spending. Seriously, look into it. How many things have you bought that you just really don't need? Like you don't need them none at all, and then when you finish buy them now and you look at it again, you say, geez, why am I bother buy this? You don't like it again, you don't want it again. These are the things I'm talking about. Do not allow these four entities to manipulate you, because it's all a big manipulation. It's all a big manipulation, tricking you into believing that you need the stuff that you buy, when really and truly 3/4 of the stuff you buy you really don't need. So try for just, when you're going to clear your debt, just try to approach a situation from a minimalist perspective. You don't need it, don't buy it. Simple. Number 2, stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Who are the Joneses? The Joneses are the people who flaunt their money that they don't have. Mark you, they take most of the stuff on credit and they buy and they flaunt the money all over the place and get all the things that they want. And then now they are ranked with a lot of debt. You don't want to be the Joneses. I know that living the lifestyle of the Joneses look really fancy and looks really nice and everything, because the Joneses are the persons driving the most expensive cars on credit. They are eating at the most expensive restaurants on credit. They are wearing the most expensive apparels on credit. And might I remind you, they do all these things that they cannot afford, but because they want to keep up with the image of what is so-called wealthy and looks nice to society, they keep themselves in debt. You don't want to be the Joneses. A lot of us are following the Joneses, but if you want to clear your expenses, not a good idea. I'm going to pick some of your coins right now. Some of you people envy these people we consider to be the Joneses. And I don't really know what a clock a strike, or don't know that these people are broke. That's why it is important for us to stay in our lane. Yeah. In our lane where we can reach. But just as say. Number 3. Stop the impulsive buying, please. Now, me I talk strong on all these things, but I too am guilty of this. Like, I have to be fighting every single day to stop the impulsive buying. I have to remind myself that, oh, Shannon, this is not in your budget. And then the next side of Shannon saying, but you want it. But then me say, but it's not in my budget. It's like me have to fight with the enemy over my shoulder all the time, and a good Shannon over here to tell me the things. But seriously, we have to stop the impulsive spending. It is not doing us any good, and more than likely we buy things that we don't want. Precisely. This is like the biggest lie my brain tells me every time I think to impulsively purchase something. My brain tells me that, oh, Shannon, you work so hard every month. Go treat yourself, man. Then, stop it. Now stop this. So, then another section of the brain would say, you only live once, man. No mean to yourself, go and go deal with where you deal with, man. You only live once. No talk truth. When me go buy all of when me want for treat myself or because I live once, what if I actually live for, say, old age, where I'm going to retire? All the money go if I spend it now. I mean, look at it. Should you pass on and leave all that generational wealth that you have created, somebody in your family that you have stipulated to receive it will get it. Additionally, what if you actually live to see these long years on this same earth? You will actually have the money to really work on it at that time. Not saying that you must be mean to yourself or anything. No. You should treat yourself, but treat yourself cautiously. Don't get overboard with it, because at the end of the day, this is creating generational wealth. You don't want to take away some of your wealth and put it into things that you don't need and then end up paying for it in the long run. You get what I mean? Number 4, this whole vacationing and going out thing, it's good. It's all good and dandy. But make sure that it is something that you have properly budgeted for and it's not your last penny in your pocket. Because remember, hello, we have debt to clear. So until those are cleared, then you can decide that, okay, maybe I can go on a vacation or 2 this month and whatever. But ensure that if you're going on a vacation or an outing, it is properly budgeted. And after you're done clearing expenses, might I add, please to create your emergency fund. Let me repeat, please to create your emergency fund. You can start creating it while you're clearing your debt, but it would be easier if you clear the debt fast and then take all the money that you paid towards the debt to create an emergency fund. If you want to know a simplified way in creating your emergency fund, you can check this video up here, or you can look in the description below and you hit that link. Simplified version, easy peasy. Number 5, if you have a credit card, limit its use, please. If you don't have the money to put back on the card when you use it, don't use it. Don't use it, because it have a something named compounded interest. You see, it is really bad, and compound interest can actually work in your favor, but for credit cards, if you're not going to put back the money on it immediately to pay for it, don't use it, please. Save yourself the stress. Number 6, now I probably should put this one earlier up in the video, but nevertheless I have it here, and this is probably one of the most important things in order to clear your debt. Your mindset. Work on your mindset daily, that you are on a mission to clear your debts, because if you don't work on the mindset, then whatever actions you're going to do after is not going to reflect what you actually want to be the outcome. You can't have your money and you take it and give it to everybody when you have debt for clear. Like, oh, you're going to give it when you have your expenses to clear. At the end of the day, nobody not going to help you clear them. So when you have your expenses, there are certain things that you will have to do. And in my other finance videos, I keep stressing that you have to delay gratification sometimes to reach your goal. So if it is your target to clear your debt, you have to practice delayed gratification. That means make your debt clear first, then you enjoy yourself after. Or you can even budget in your nice little excitement and them something there. But make sure that what you have stipulated to go towards your debt is fulfilled each and every single month. Okay? So don't bother take the money there and do anything else. Put it on your debt. And a simple way you can control your habits too is that you can set up standing orders or salary deductions, so the money just swoops out of your account every time you get paid, so you don't get to go in there and waste it. That's another thing that you can do to prevent yourselves from spending the money that you are putting towards your debt. Number 7, if you have additional money, reserve that additional money for your debt clearance or your debt reduction or debt elimination. So do not spend the additional money. If at some point in time you come up with some extra dollars, put it towards your debt and just clear the debt faster so you can have access to more money. You understand what I'm saying? So please don't go and spend your extra dollars foolishly. Put it down and reserve it for your debt clearance. I'm going to pick some of your coins right now. Some of you people envy these people we consider to be the Joneses. And I don't really know what a clock a strike, or don't know that these people are broke. That's why it is important for us to stay in our lane. Yeah. In our lane where we can reach. But just as say. Number 9. Ask yourselves why. Sometimes you can ask yourself certain questions, because your brain will tell you. Ask yourselves why. Why do I need to purchase this item? Is it worth me purchasing? Why do I need to spend money on this particular piece of article of clothing? Why do I need to buy this food today? Ask yourselves why. If you cannot come up with a justifiable reason as to why you are going to spend the money, it is highly likely that you shouldn't even bother to spend it. So if you can't come up with a good enough reason, don't spend the money, put it on your debt. And the final reason, number 10, prepay your debts. Yes, you can do that, yes. So you're gonna take additional funds separate and apart from the amount you would have been readily being paying these institutions, and add some additional money and go to the entity and pay an additional portion on the principal of the loan. That will make your loan move 10 times faster than what it would normally do, because when you pay the normal amount that is stipulated by the entity for you to pay, it's going to be paying the interest first, or most of the interest will be paying first than the principal portion of the loan, which would make the loan appear to be moving slower, because it's not paying the amount you borrowed first, it is paying the amount that is added, which is the interest to your loan first. So my advice is prepay on these loans. That means pay some additional money over the counter before these loans are due, and tell the entity that you want this money to be paid on your principal account. Because if you don't tell them that you want it on your principal account, they will put it on the regular payment, which would therefore go to interest payments, and you don't want that, because you want your loan to move. So make sure that when you go to these entities to do a prepayment, tell them that you want the money on your principal account. Those were my tips that you could use in reducing and eliminating your debt. I will be doing a course on debt reduction and elimination, where I will share my simple formula that has been working over the years for me, my families, and my friend. If you are interested in this course, you can send me an email using the email down in the description, and you can also drop a comment down in the comment section. Don't forget to smash that like button, send this video to your friends, and I will see you in the next video.